I still have my Amstrad out, and I want to do a video of this game. So this is actually a game that we bought when it was first released, or rather the budget re-release was released back in 1991, I guess. This game never worked. I think it's just a bad cassette. I have tried fixing it before in the past, but it just does not work. It was originally an arcade game with much more powerful hardware than an Amstrad CPC. But judging by the screenshots, it looks like it is actually a proper 3D game with proper 3D polygons. And I was very disappointed that it never worked, and I've never played it. So I'm going to play it now. So let's play some hard driving. So yes, hard driving. For some reason I didn't record all the loading part of it, which I usually do. But there wasn't really much of a loader. There was just a bit of text on screen to tell you the controls, and you got to choose whether you drive on the left or right side of the road, which is interesting. So here we go. Already there's a couple of cars on the road at once. Look at that, and they all look different as well. They're all made out of multiple filled polygons. So if I go straight on, I'll go to the speed track, which I'll do first. I do have a cheat on, so I don't run out of time, because I really wanted to explore, and I wanted to be able to slow down at certain points as well. So here we go, there's twists and turns and hills and banks and everything. And look at that, there's even a building with a bit of detail as you get a bit closer to it. I mean, it's to be expected that the frame rate's going to be really low, because it's a 3D game on an 8-bit computer that's not designed for 3D. It's got the same processor as a Game Boy. Oh, look at the detail on that bridge. I'll slow down a bit and take a good look at that bridge. The game's slowing down a little bit as well. But look at that though. I mean, I think I can say that this is a bit of a technical marvel. I would have absolutely loved to have played this back in the day. Oh, I crashed into something there. What did I crash into? You do have to be careful, because if you take it too slow, then cars will overlap you, but they'll just crash right through you. Because I think all the other cars are just on a sort of a path, basically. It's quite sophisticated in some ways, but in other ways it's very, very basic. I think I can look past the problems and appreciate that this is actually absolutely amazing for an Amstrad game. It could have been better probably, because it's obviously quickly ported over from the Spectrum. This is a proper 3D game years and years before the PlayStation was doing it. One little annoying thing is that it does time you out if you go off the road, so it doesn't let you explore, and I doubt they've really put anything off the side of the road other than the odd building here and there. It would have been nice if you had complete freedom to just drive around. I think they missed a trick there. They could have put a few little Easter eggs in it, you know. It times you out to put you back on the road, and it's all sorts of things that you sort of wouldn't really want in a modern game. Actually, to be honest, you get a bit more freedom than some 3D games out there. Some 3D games nowadays just have invisible walls absolutely everywhere. It's crazy to think that they actually even thought this was possible on a home computer. I mean, it is possible because here it is, you know, but I wonder what other games would have been possible if they were ambitious enough. In some magazines there was some talk, and there was even a few mocked up screenshots of conversions of Sonic the Hedgehog to home computers. It would be really interesting to see if there was actually any playable versions of Sonic the Hedgehog for home computers. Oh god. Did I go upside down there? I'll get to see in this replay. Oh my god, I flipped right over. I went too fast. Well, that's a stunt. That was a successful stunt. Oh yeah, I need to be going 40 down here, apparently. I thought I flipped over again. Well, something I haven't mentioned yet, actually, is the controls. They did the controls in what I think is a very weird way. It doesn't control like other racing games on 8-bit computers. It's very, very easy to oversteer, but if you press the space bar, then it just centers the steering. Just like if you let go of an analog stick and it just self-centers. It's like that. But the steering is really quite difficult. So you do have to press the space bar quite a lot just to keep yourself on the track. But also the acceleration is very weird because you press up and down to accelerate and decelerate, but if you let go, then your RPM stays the same. Well, there we go, there's the dreaded loop-de-loop. Oh, it breaks up a little bit as you drive around it, but I'm not quite sure, but I think I made it. Oh, there's a dip there. Thanks for the warning. I accidentally dodged both of those cars. Oh, here's the bank. You're supposed to go fast around this one, but I'm not quite in the right place here, am I? No, but do you know what? I was actually really quite liking this when I was playing it. I think it would have blown my socks off. I would have loved it so much if it had worked back in 1990. So there we go, there's hard driving. Hard driving for the Amstrad CPC. So there you go, that's the end of the video.